Hello everyone, welcome to this session on list accessing. In previous session, we had discussed how to create list in different ways. In this session, we'll understand how we can access the elements of the lists. So let me consider a list which has these numbers 31, 15, 18, 21, 7, 83, 23, 13, 24, 445 and 100. Okay. So now I'm creating the list. Now let me visualize this list. So the list is there in list 1 variable. Now if I want to access the 0th element of the list, I can just provide list 1 of 0 and I will be able to access it. Okay. Alternatively, we can use a print statement if we are dealing with multiple lines of the code in the cell. Otherwise, one line code list 1 of 0 you can use. Okay. So if I want to access say second element, that is 18, so I can give it as this one. So this is 0th element, first, second. So as indexing is allowed in list, we can slice the lists, and the slicing is based on either positive indexing or negative indexing in Python. Okay, so for example, you can see this particular pic here. So it is having a list of names like Alice, Bob, Charlie, David, Emmanuel and Fiona, and the indexing, positive indexing is like the 0th index is Alice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whereas negative index starts from the last value and it starts from -1. Okay, so if we understand this, we are able to solve any slicing problem in the list. Okay, so let us see what is the syntax of slicing of lists. So if you consider S is the list, then into the square brackets we are going to give a start value and separated by a colon with start value, followed by stop value separated by colon, followed by step value separated by again a colon. So start value indicates start position, stop value indicates end position, and step indicates the increment. Let us again try to get individual elements, then we'll try to get a set of elements. Okay, so list 1 of 0 is 0th element in this list. Okay, similarly if you want second element, you will get 18. You can access the last element by specifying it as -1. So you can see last element is 100. Okay, so let us now get a set of values uh, between 1 and 4, the index 1 and 4. So for this, the answer we get is 15, 18 and 21. So let me print the list 1 here so that we'll be clear with what we are printing. Okay, so this is at index 1, 2 and 3. So you can see the indexing is like index starting position is included, that is at the starting of the index 1 it is 15, 18, 21, but the end of index is 4, which is holding a value 7, but this is excluded from the slicing. So first value is included, whereas last value for the position is excluded. Here, as per the syntax, step value provides us the increment. Okay, but we have not used means by default it is increment 1. So if I use say step is equal to 2, I will get only two values. First 15, it skips 18 and we get the 21. Okay, and if I write step as 3, we are going to get only one value. Okay, so if I increase it to 7, we can see the possibility of second value as well. 15, step 1, 2, 3, 7 we got. Then next step would be 13, but we have only till the index 7. So index 7 is excluded, starting from index 1 till 7. So same is true with this example as well. 0 to 8, 0 to 8 we are getting, and sorry, 8 is here. So step size is 2. So every second value will be fetched: 31, 18, 7 and 23. Okay, so now let us create a 2D list. As we have seen in the previous video also, we can create a 2D list like this. This list consists of 4 lists which are nested. So you can consider it like a two-dimensional array, okay, or a matrix which includes rows and columns. Okay, so here if we see the list of lists, what we say, we call it as a list of lists, and you can say the first list is having 5 values, second list is having 5 values, third list and the fourth list all are having 5 values, whereas the main list is having 4 values: list 1, list 2, list 3 and list 4. Okay, so we can access element by element, or we can access the entire internal list by slicing. So let us look at what is list 2 of 0. So list 2 of 0 is giving this value. That means it is at the 0th index. Now I want say in this some particular set of value, that is from 0 to 3. You can see I am able to access within this list the values from 0, 1, 2, 3, but 3 is excluded, index 3 is excluded, so I am going to get only 1, 2 and 3. Okay, same is true with this example also, but I have used the print statement over here. So 0 to 2 means 0 and 1, two values from the 0th list. Okay, 0th index. Now let me change this to 1. So values 2 and 4, you can see it is 2 and 4. If you change it to 3, it is 21 and 3. Okay, I hope this is understandable. Now another simple example from 0 to 3. From this set of lists, we have only considered these 3 lists. Okay, so now let us learn about negative indexing in detail. You can see in this print statement I am giving a list of 0 colon minus 2. So from 0th row till the minus 2, row number minus 2. So what we are going to get from our actual list? Actual list is let me bring it over here again. List 2, correct? So you can see there are 4 lists in the main list. So 0 to minus 2 means starting from 0, end is minus 2. So this is our minus 1, this is our minus 2. The meaning here is minus 2, the index of minus 2 is excluded. So we'll start at 0 and end at 1 only. So that is why we are getting two lists. Okay, but this is not going to change our original list. Please be aware of that. Original list will remain same. Okay, now we can apply on this say for this list we can also apply, say from 0 to 1 you want the values. So in this, what is happening here is, first you have filtered these two rows by 0 to -2, giving here 0 to 0 colon -2. In that, we are filtering out 0 colon 1. So starting from 0th row, first list we are going to get. So this is the value. Now let us see how we can use list on strings. So I have a string list here, s underscore list. In this I have stored apples, bananas, cherries, oranges, kiwis, melons and mangoes. Okay, and I'm trying to access -4 to -1. That means my indexing is like here -1, -2, -3, -4. Correct? So I start at -4 and I will end at -1. That means I will get only oranges, kiwis and melons, because last value is -1 index, which is excluded. Okay, so that is correct. Now list of -1, so it will get us the last element, that is mangoes. Similarly, from 0 to -4, if I type 0, and this is last index is like -4, right? -1, -2, -3, -4. So oranges is excluded. Starting from 0, apple, bananas and cherries, what we are going to get. So that is what we have got. Okay, there is another way of accessing list elements, that is using if statement. So you can see the same list which we had defined earlier. I have taken that and I have taken a if statement. In this if statement, I am passing the string apples and using a keyword in and referring the s underscore list variable. This variable is holding the list. So in this variable, whether apples is there or not, I'm checking. So if apples in s list, that means in this s list, is there any element called as apples of string data type is there. So that condition I'm checking. If it is true, then apples is in the fruits list will be printed. Else, let me write a logic of that as well. Print. Here my print statement is not proper. Let me change it a bit. Okay, I will print it as no. So you can see, since apples is there, it is printing as s apples is in the fruit list. I will write as apples 2. You can see no. So in this way, we can access the list elements in different ways. Okay, so that's all for this session. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.